so that we may begin.
In the history of UN climate COPs, it has only ended unscheduled twice. So this year, after more than 300 hours, like the meetings before it, COP27 has entered overtime.
We are the people, mighty, mighty people, mighty, mighty people.
The protesters are still asking for action, even in the dark. The released 20-some document is causing some discontent across the conference venue. The COP presidency wants implementation of all commitments, but the civil society groups want them to go a step further. They want climate justice.
So putting loss and damage on the agenda was an important recognition of the realities that many impacted communities face, but that recognition needs to be backed by action. We don't see that. So from the negotiations, we also want to call out, in particular, the US, Japan, and Switzerland for currently backing the third option, meaning let's talk some more and let's not have a fund, ignoring the consistent calls of developing countries and a growing number of developed countries as well, who are starting to indicate that they are prepared to be flexible and to compromise.
The perceived backsliding of the parties in introducing language from G20 that talks about rationalizing the phase-out of fossil fuel is seen as a move to derail the step towards reducing global temperature rise to within 1.5 degrees. Some have slagged the text of the COP decision, saying it is just not enough.
And so the challenge we have here is parties actually talking about 1.5. And the rhetoric on 1.5 looks good. But in substance, the one thing that can actually help us secure the 1.5 hard limit is the phase-out, the equitable phase-out of fossil fuels. And at the moment, in the text, we don't yet have it.
Even with the United Nations Secretary General's stop in Sharm el-Sheikh on Thursday, there are still huge gaps that need to be filled. The presidency is now meeting with the various consultation streams to save the failing COP.
Country parties and groups tend to link things and make sure that they're covered in all areas, especially because substantively many of them do overlap, especially the cover decision has elements that might be addressed elsewhere. So we need to ensure consistency in the texts. So that's where we are right now. Mr. Shukri indicated this much, that he will now start, and it is actually taking place right now, meeting groups to listen to them, each group at a time, to make sure we understand exactly where the concerns of various groups are. So it's not on a topic, it's across the board most of the time. And this is what is happening right now and will continue to go on until we bring this to what we hope to be the good conclusion we're looking forward to.
Delegates from 197 countries with very different economic levels, aspiration, capacities to move forward, and expectations when it comes to support in particular are once again trying to go home with some good news. But right now, they're all lost in finding the pathway to a successful end that will be beneficial to both people and planet. Ayola Kasim, Channels Television News.